Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Home Solution. It is a special Saturday here because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's that time of year, folks, and we're decided the next few shows we're going to have some fun and some things that you can use in your home and your family for this Christmas season. So I've got some special guests with you. Dennis Purvis here, live and direct from the Mix 104.1 studios. Thank you guys for tuning in. No matter how you're listening, maybe you're running around in the car today, maybe you're starting your Christmas shopping, maybe you're scratching some things off your honey-do list, whatever that is. Thank you for listening here on the station. Maybe you're listening on the Mix 104.1 app, or you're streaming online, or you're watching us on Facebook. Hey, Facebook world, hope you're doing well. But as always, I'm here with Pro 93 Home Solutions, your sponsor. And listen, folks, we are your locally owned, veteran-owned general contractor. We can handle anything residential, no matter what you're looking to do, from big to small. Maybe you just want to do some touch-up painting. Maybe you want to work on your exterior of your house. Maybe you want to remodel those kitchens, bathrooms, add an addition, finish a basement, or build you a brand new home. Whatever it is, we want to help. 458-4135, or you can reach us online, pro93homesolutions.com. There's my shameless plug for the week. And today, let's get into the holiday spirit. For those of you celebrating Hanukkah, you're already right in the middle of it, so you got to go early this year. But for all you Christmas folks out there, holiday folks, whatever it is, it's that time of year where you got to make a decision. Am I going to put up my Christmas lights? And if you're like me and you're scared to death of heights, this is always a conundrum, especially if you have kids who would like to see some nice lights hanging on there. And you're thinking, I don't know if I want to do this myself. Well, have I got a treat for you. I got Brian Fletcher in studio from Chattanooga Christmas Lights Chattanooga. I'm sorry. And he is here to help you with all things Christmas lights. Brian, welcome, and thank you for being here today.
Dennis, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's just jump right in, man. Christmas lights, I love Christmas. Anybody that knows me knows I love Christmas. I annoy people in my office with Christmas music. I started playing it at least a week ago, if not sooner. Actually, sooner than a week ago. And I'm ready to go. But I hate heights, and I hate hanging Christmas lights, and I hate fooling with Christmas lights, and I hate repairing Christmas lights, and I hate trying to figure out which strands made it to another year. I feel like I've got 2 days of prep work just to get ready for Christmas lights. Please tell me and our listeners how you can help with that problem.
Well, yes, Dennis, I can certainly help you with that. We are a custom, luxury, premium, white glove, all-inclusive Christmas light service.
I love it.
We provide the lights. They're basically C9 LEDs or C7, just very bright, low energy usage LED bulbs. We custom cut them to fit your house. We install the lights. We maintain the lights. If there's a squirrel that chews through a wire or a bulb burns out, we will be there within 24 hours to repair it, even on Christmas Eve. We don't take vacations during that time just so that we can
it's kind of a big time for you guys.
Take care of our customers, yes. Then we also take down the lights in the second week in January.
Yep.
And then we store them until the next season. The lights are still our property, but it's just like a lawn care service. When somebody comes and mows your yard, you don't get to keep the lawnmower. So you don't get to keep the lights either, but we do store them until the next year.
Couple things I love about that. Number one, I don't have to worry about storing these lights anywhere in my garage, attic, around my house, filling up a closet. Number two, you said you maintain the lights. So does that mean you also warranty?
I do warranty the lights. Now, that goes into another point. We do not install customers' personal lights because we are unable to warranty those. And it's just like Forrest says, it's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get.
And if you want to come over to my house, I can prove that because I have no idea. I know there's a box up there that says lights. Yeah. There's two of them. One of them's good, one of them's bad, and I always seem to pull the bad one first. So trust me, I understand that fight. So I guess tell us a little bit about your story. How'd you get into this? Are you from the area? Tell folks a little bit about you.
Okay, sure, Dennis. We've been here since about 2003. Moved here from the Seattle area. We're originally from northern Middle Tennessee. My wife and I met at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro. We both graduated from there. I've got more degrees than you shake a stick at. I got an associate's. I'm also an occupational therapy assistant.
Wow.
I had been furloughed from my most recent job as a therapy assistant, and was looking for something to do. And I've always been interested in Christmas lights. I've always put them up. And then there was a guy on YouTube that I saw and followed that he does pressure washing and Christmas lights. Pressure washing during the warm season, and then Christmas lights during the colder season when you can't spray water.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that. And I think I had about 6 installs last year, and I'm up to 12 this year. And
wow.
So it's, not huge, but I've got a crew of 2 guys that are baseball players from Cleveland State that help me out, because I'm 61 years old and I'm 61 years old.
Yeah.
And so,
but let those young backs do the climbing.
Yes, indeed. I'm pointing directions, and
yes, you could supervise. You've earned that right, I think, at this
yes, point. But no, it's a lot of fun, and I love seeing the reaction from the homeowners, and to tell the stories about their neighbors coming by and say, "Wow, these look amazing!" And
that's where you go, and that's where you give them my card.
That's right.
Next year, we can make your house look like this.
That's right. But I've always been in service business, and I love providing excellent customer service for my clients.
So let's talk about something that struck me as you said. You said you loved Christmas lights. So do you have a little inner Clark Griswold? Like a Christmas Vacation, you were the one that you wanted your house to be the nicest one with the lights on the block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I just really, I love the compliments from the neighbors when they come by and say, "Oh, I just love how your house looks." And that just, I don't know, that just gets me going.
And folks, if you would like those compliments, you need to give Brian a call. Brian, how can folks find you online, or how can they reach you on the phone?
You can go to our website at christmaslightschattanooga.com. That's christmaslightschattanooga.com. You can scroll down to the bottom, put in your information, your name, address, telephone number, email address, what type of look you want for your house. And you can also reach me at 423-310-1278.
Give them that number one more time.
That's 423-310-1278. christmaslightschattanooga.com.
So I guess as you go through this, you guys, we talked a little before we came on, you guys are licensed, bonded, insured. Which I know everyone is. You're not just a guy with a sticker on his truck, as my partner David says. This is something you guys do every year, providing the warranty. What kind of peace of mind have you seen that's provided to customers, knowing that you've got not just the maintenance but a warranty on their issues?
Well, first off, the bulbs don't burn out, which is a great thing. But if they happen to do that, the customers can know that I'll be there within 24 hours, even on Christmas Eve, to take care of their issues, because, it's your personal property and you want it to look good. You pay excellent money to get this service done for you, and you have a certain expectation that it's going to be done right and it's going to look beautiful, and we ensure that you have that.
So talked a little bit about how LEDs have changed Christmas lights just in the last few years. Just maybe as quick as 5 years ago, it was like maybe a novelty thing, and I know folks were, everybody was a little skeptical at first with all this, but as far as the energy consumption and the other thing is the heat. People don't realize those old bulbs, you're putting a lot of heat maybe on some wood soffit, wood fascia, especially if if it's dry, people putting it in their landscaping around their bushes. So having those LEDs, how have they changed in what you've seen as far as the marketplace?
Well, Dennis, it's changed tremendously, because I can set up an entire house on one line to a timer and turn it on. 500 feet of lights.
Wow.
And, just off one circuit, and it doesn't, and you're using maybe a half an amp or an amp of power, as opposed to the old in-can lights, which you could probably get 75 to 100 bulbs, and then you have to run another line to it just so that it doesn't burn out or blow a breaker.
So, and let's talk about the thing that's near and dear to my heart, these LED lights, they don't burn out. So there's not a lot of bulb replacement. I can get rid of my bulb repair tool and all those 5,000 spare lights that, every year I always tried to put them in a can. It was a Christmas can, not just any can. It was a Christmas can, but they still found their way onto my garage floor. And I know that because I usually would find them in my bare feet trying to get something out of the garage. It's a little bit like stepping on a Lego. Just as fun and exciting, and I lost my religion quite a few times because of that. So you guys offer, I'm assuming you guys do design everything with the customer? We
help with the design, yes. So we usually like to do a roof line, gutter line, and a wreath. And, we can do some minis in bushes and columns and things like that. And, we can do ground stake lighting, which really does enhance the look, especially if you don't have landscaping to put lights onto. You can put the ground stakes on the light to give you the appearance that you've got something down low, as opposed to the gutter line and roof line. And you mentioned about stepping on the bulbs. These LEDs are plastic, and we set up our installs to be taken down from the ground. We can pull them all down from the ground.
Wow.
And the bulbs are plastic, and they'll hit the ground or the concrete. They won't break. And so that's a great time saver. Not so much for the homeowner, but for us as installers, it really is beneficial. So
now, do most of your customers have a design in mind when they call you, or are most of them looking for you for advice?
Most of them have a design in mind, and I offer the sun warm white lights, which is what most people go with. They like the elegant look of the sun warm white, but I've also got red, blue, green. I can go. A lot of times I'll do a combination of red and white. I did the Isaiah 117 house for them.
Fantastic.
I did that in red and white, and it looks very inviting. It's a cool difference.
And I'll tell you what, for those of you that are listening on Facebook, or you're listening in the car, or however you're listening, check out Pro 93's Facebook page. We're going to have some lights here, hopefully before the end of the weekend or first thing Monday. We'll have some pictures up to show you some of Brian's work and some of the things they've done. We'll have some examples there, but it's time to give them a call. So before I let you get out of here, if you could give homeowners that maybe they enjoy doing lights, or maybe they just, they're wanting to do something small, maybe just for the kids, what's a tip you can give homeowners right now that will help save them time or money when it comes to Christmas lights this year?
Call Brian at 423-310-1278 and let me do your lights for you. Stay off the ladder.
That is a perfect answer.
I know. I know that's not what you're looking for, Dennis.
I love that answer. Hey, marketing, buddy.
Absolutely.
And what's your website one more time?
It's ChristmasLightsChattanooga.com. That's ChristmasLightsChattanooga.com, 423-310-1278.
And what's your area? How far out do you guys go?
I can cover Hamilton County. I'll go, McMinn County. I've got an install in McMinn County this afternoon. Of course, here in Bradley County.
Yeah.
I'd go to Ray County, Dayton. I'll go down into Georgia. So, just give me a call.
If you're listening to this, if you're watching on Facebook, you may be out of his area. However, if you're listening to this on Mix 104.1 or 101.3 The Buzz, you are in his area. Give him a call. They do great work. I've seen the pictures. I've seen what they do. You will not be sorry. Brian, thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Merry
Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to all of you. Stick around. When we come back, I got more Christmas treats for you. We're going to talk a little bit about one of those things that you either love or hate. Nobody's in between on it. Wrapping presents. And I have a solution for those of you who hate it. I got somebody that's going to make it look pretty for you. So hang in there. Come back right after the break. You're listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz. Are you tired of going to YouTube or Google for answers to your home improvement questions? Maybe you have more projects than you have time. No matter where you are in the process, Pro 93 Home Solutions is ready to serve you. Pro 93 is a local, veteran-owned company offering residential and commercial remodeling, cleaning, and security. Contact us today at 458-4135 or online at pro93homesolutions.com. Let the pros at Pro 93 find the solution for your home or business. That's 458-4135. Welcome back, everybody, to Home Solutions. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Dennis Purvis here in studio with you. Thanking you for listening to us, not just now, but all year. We've appreciated all the feedback and comments and phone calls. We appreciate you guys. And we are continuing in the holiday spirit. Just talked with Brian Fletcher here before the break from Christmas Lights Chattanooga. Help you with all things Christmas lights. Well, now I've got an elf, a real elf, right here in studio. If you're seeing this on Facebook, you can see she wore her hat, which she's not even supposed to wear outside of the North Pole, but she broke the rules for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Cherie Summars with That's a Wrap.
Thank you for having me, Dennis.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. And folks, I'm one of those weird people that I like wrapping presents, but as much as I like it, there are times where I get a bit overwhelmed. My sister and I have had an ongoing fight for 40 years of who can wrap presents the most perfect. Of course, I always think mine are the prettiest. She always thinks hers. But she upped the game a few years ago, got into the ribbons. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not a ribbon guy. Don't know how to do it. So I've been falling behind. So don't tell my sister. But this year, I've got a secret weapon. And it's Cherie. She's sitting to my right now. I've seen some of her ridiculously gift-wrapped concoctions. And all I can tell you is, folks, you need her in your life if you don't like wrapping presents or you just don't have time. Cherie, talk to us a little bit. First, what I want to know, how long have you loved wrapping presents?
I've loved wrapping presents for as long as I can remember. I actually came up with the idea of starting this business sitting in the dentist office waiting for my daughters to get their teeth cleaned. And the ladies behind the counter were like, we don't have time to wrap our presents. And I said, I'll do them for you while she's getting her teeth cleaned. And I sat in the middle of the dentist office with all the wrapping paper and just wrapped all their gifts for them. They loved it.
Did you get a discount?
I got a gift card.
And a business was born.
And a business was born. So I just decided that I would offer the service for people that don't like doing it. I love doing it. People that can't do it physically. Men that don't want to do it.
Well, that's being pretty stereotypical right there.
Well, you know.
But it's not because you're wrong. That's usually how stereotypes happen, isn't it? True. So let's talk about how much do you hate gift bags?
I personally don't use them just because I think they're kind of generic in my business. If you want them...
That's been my go-to.
If you want them, I will provide them for you. But I usually try to wrap every gift personally. I provide all the supplies, boxes, tape, gift tags, ribbons.
Oh, you do the ribbons?
Bows.
I know you do the ribbons. I've seen what you've done. So you provide paper, boxes.
Everything.
So if somebody's got, 15 Christmas sweaters, they can bring you a bag of Christmas sweaters. Mm-hmm. You're going to send them back a bunch of boxed up, prettied, papered, ribboned, perfect gifts.
Absolutely.
So do you do name tags and all that stuff too?
Yes.
So I guess my first question is, how do folks get a hold of you?
I have a Facebook page. It's That's a Wrap.
And that's wrap with a W, folks.
Yeah, W-R-A-P.
She's not a closet freestyle rapper.
Yeah. You can also contact me via phone, 423-284-3406.
Give them that number one more time.
423-284-3406. I'm available for calls or text. We will provide pickup service. We provide delivery service. We provide drop-off service, if you would like.
So you pretty much handle it all.
Handle it all.
All they got to do is buy the present.
All they have to do, the only two requirements are buy the gifts and tag them with the person's name with a Post-it note or some kind of sticky note on the bag of who it's for. That way I know what kind of tag to make out.
What if folks have their, now if somebody comes to you and they're like, hey, I've got this paper I want to use, you don't have any issue with that, I'm assuming?
No, not at all. They can bring their own paper. We actually coordinate if somebody has like a theme tree, like they want all blue wrapping paper, we can do that for them. If they want all red wrapping paper, we can do that for them.
Now, I know that you're from Texas and that you're an A&M fan. Mm-hmm. What do you do when someone has a Tennessee tree and they want it all in Tennessee orange? Can you suck it up long enough to wrap Tennessee orange? That's real. Listen, think about who's listening right now.
Absolutely.
Can you put your fandom and your loyalty to the Aggies behind you for just enough? Because folks, if you've never seen this woman watch a Texas A&M game, it's an event into itself. People are either praised or kicked off the team if she was in charge. So I know how deep that Aggie loyalty goes. So
Yes.
I'm sure you've had probably a few folks that have. I've seen them have the Tennessee trees.
Yep.
Can you do it?
I think I could manage it.
Okay.
I think I could manage it, yes. Pretty sure.
So for all you Vols fans, she can even get you some nice Tennessee orange and help you out with that. So let's talk about weird shapes. The reason most people like wrapping gift boxes, I feel good about, but then somebody wants a tennis racket or a skateboard.
Sure.
Or a huge stuffed animal. Mm-hmm. How do you handle the weird shapes, stuff like that?
So I actually have 2 very large pillows at home that I will be wrapping for somebody. And what I plan on doing is wrapping them kind of like a Tootsie Roll.
I like it. And with ribbon?
With ribbons.
With ribbons. So I guess I guess what everyone's asking right now is pricing. Are you a case by case when you're looking at gifts? Do you have an hourly rate? How do you price?
Yeah, I price it at $20 an hour, which gets you about 15 to 18 gifts wrapped, depending on size.
Whoa. 15 in an hour? Mm-hmm. So you're not only, and $20? Mm-hmm. Man, we need to talk afterwards. You need to raise your prices. That's there. Listen, if you're listening right now, you heard it. She put it out there in public. $20 an hour, folks. There, you have no excuse.
Yep.
15 presents in an hour, and of course that may change if they're huge. But $20 an hour, really?
Yeah.
And you supply everything.
I supply everything. And I also run specials on my Facebook page.
Oh, boy.
So,
do you have any going on right now?
I had one the other day. It was buy an hour, get a half hour free.
Okay.
I'll have a men's special where I'll do a discount for just men.
So, today is, what date is the day? It's Saturday. What is the date?
Today is
5th? Yeah. 6th? Hang on. 1, 2,
Fourth.
3, 4.
Fourth.
Today's the 4th.
Okay.
Doing math in my head. It's not good. Today's the 4th. So when can folks that are listening right now expect the next specials, just so they don't miss it?
I will actually run a special today.
Oh, boy.
I will put one on my Facebook page today for those that want to tune in and log in and like my page. If you like my page and you share it, I will give you
The wheels are turning.
a half hour for free.
Oh, my gosh. So they buy an hour, get a half hour free?
Buy an hour, get a half hour for free.
Folks, that should be the majority of a lot of your gifts. And at least the stuff that's too weird, awkward to wrap. Let her do it. All right? $20 an hour, and you can get a half hour free. Check out her website, her Facebook page today. She'll have that on there. So, we'll get out of here about 9:30. So maybe by noon, 1 o'clock today, you'll have that up?
Yes.
If you're listening, that's a wrap. WRAP. Check it out. Cleveland, Tennessee. Cherie Summars. She will have a special up today. Buy an hour, get a half hour free. Can folks go ahead and reserve a slot? Maybe they haven't done all their Christmas shopping, but they want to reserve a slot.
Sure, absolutely. I can absolutely schedule with people who are not done with their Christmas shopping yet, because honestly, most of us wait to the last minute.
What are you talking about? I haven't bought so much as one present yet. I'm on top of things.
I have boxes.
But listen, what I know about you is you start at the after Christmas sales for next year because that's when all the good deals are.
Of course.
And that's when you probably buy all your wrapping paper and all of your supplies at a really good price.
Of course.
One thing I know about Cherie, she knows how to find a deal. It's one of the things we bond over is our love of coupons. So I got to ask, weirdest thing you've ever had to wrap?
A very large vanity set that literally took up a full roll of wrapping paper.
Like a vanity, like you sit and put your makeup on,
Yes.
mirror, stool, the whole thing?
Yeah, so it was in a box, so I will say that. So it wasn't that bad, but it was really heavy, and it was awkward to move around, but I got it done. And they were happy.
My go-to of that would have been I would have either not wrapped it and kept it hidden and then displayed it on Christmas, or I've been known to use some garbage bags. Is that classy?
No.
Pretty sure it's not Christmassy at all.
Especially if you don't have a ribbon on it.
And there was maybe a twist tie.
Twist ties.
Twist tie. I don't
know
that that's super festive. Well, they got the drawstring now, so if I get the red, at least it's got a red drawstring. All right. Weirdest thing. So, what's the latest you've been wrapping for folks? Into Christmas Eve on Christmas Day?
Usually I try to get everything to everybody at least a week before Christmas, just because everybody wants their trees decorated, but I will wrap.
Yeah, you're going to say those of us that are probably going to be shopping during that week where you think you're done.
Absolutely.
Can you get me on the 23rd is really what I'm asking.
Yes. Yes, I can get you in on the 23rd. I can have your presents to you by the 24th.
There you go. Listen, folks, that's a wrap. You need to do this. And, this show is a home and garden show. We're all about trying to help you out. So, Cherie, I'm going to ask you right now. Say that somebody, they like to rake presents. Maybe they're not great at it. Or they don't love it, but they think it's part of the Christmas spirit. What's a tip? What's something that you can help folks out there right now? People like me who like wrapping presents but aren't great at it, especially with the ribbons. But what's a tip or something that you've learned, something you found, maybe a tool that you wouldn't think about that has helped either save you time or aggravation wrapping presents?
Honestly, myself.
Yeah.
Just call me. I can help you out.
Well, that's two people that have dodged this question.
Tool. I am the tool that will wrap your gifts.
Right. So let me ask you this. I'll ask you some direct questions then.
Okay.
Does the quality of paper make a difference? Is it worth paying for the thicker paper?
Absolutely. Especially the ones with the grid.
Yeah.
Because, the
grid makes it. I love
the grid. makes a difference.
And
yes.
what about tape? You got to go name brand straight up, and we won't throw it out there, but everybody knows what I'm talking about.
You got to get that green box.
You get the dollar steel tape.
You got to get the green box.
You got to get the green box. We'll just leave it at that because they're not paying us any money to say their name.
Exactly.
But if they'd like to, give the station a call. We'd love to talk to you. Bridget or Ashley would love to get you under contract and get you going. All right, one more time. How do people get a hold of you?
Facebook. That's a Wrap. WRAP, and Cherie Summars, SUMMARS, 423-284-3406.
So if you're listening out there right now, you hate to wrap presents, you just don't think you got time, or you just want that professional look, I can tell you, folks, go to her page. She'll show you some great examples of things she's done. You'll love it. I promise you. I can't highly recommend her enough. Cherie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
All the way from the North Pole with her elf hat on. Merry, Merry Christmas to all of you. And listen, remember, take care of your neighbor, take care of your family. Let's all love one another. We'll get through everything together. We'll see you guys on the other side next week. I got a special treat next week coming for you, a little appliance gift guide for your holiday season. I got a special expert coming in to help you out with that. We'll see you next week. You've been listening to Home Solutions right here on Mix 104.1 and 101.3 The Buzz.